With millions of people all over the world, we are sure you want to be informed with happenings in states, countries, and the world at large. At LightCast TV, will bring you details of news in statements, politics, human angle stories, and crime. We also engage business owners who talk to us about their business. Perhaps you want to go into such business. What are the things you need to know? We also bring you life of party, from traditional engagement, weddings, housewarming, birthday parties, and many more. Keep a date with all the happenings on LightCast TV by subscribing to our channel. Many thanks for watching. Late gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu's mother and twin sister have narrated their ordeal in the hands of the husband Peter Nwachukwu. It will be recorded on Friday, April 8, that the Ekwueme singer had passed on to glory following constant physical abuse from husband. In an interview with BBC Igbo, the mother and the deceased sister spoke in-depthly on the level of maltreatment Peter meted on them and his wife. The mother of the late singer stated that Peter allegedly threatened that his wife would only leave the marriage in debt. She also shockingly revealed that she couldn't see her grandchildren for 8 years and was never allowed to come for Mugwo, traditional Igbo custom for postpartum care by the woman's mother. The bereaved mother further disclosed that her daughter's husband, who claimed to be a pastor, separated her from her family. She claimed that he had never allowed her and her children to their house until pastors intervened and also pushed them out while she was sick. The singer's mother disclosed that Osinachi left the marriage for over a year and only returned after her husband came with pastors to beg. According to the singer's mother, she told her a couple of times to leave, but Osinachi insisted on staying, saying that the Bible frowned at divorce. She added that before the daughter's death, she and her husband went for medical checkup and were told by medical experts that nothing was wrong with her. She, however, asked Peter of making up claims of his wife being a cancer patient. Speaking on her sister's death, her sisters, including her twin, also shared painful experience with Peter. They recounted how he pretended to be a nice person till he got married to their sister. They corroborated their mother's claim of not being allowed to do omugwo for the sister's 4 children and also claimed that Osinachi was maltreated while pregnant and after childbirth. The singer's twin further disclosed that her sister was in distress when she sang the hit song Ekwueme that made her cry in the video, which went viral afterwards. She added that her husband threatened to separate them and also fulfilled his threat. They disclosed that Peter is unemployed and allegedly assaulted and extorted their sister repeatedly when she paid for song ministration. The first son of late gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu has revealed more on how their father, Pastor Peter Nwachukwu, maltreated their mom, rejoicing on his father's arrest. The boy recounted how his father seized the 2 cars Osinachi Nwachukwu was gifted by people, thereby forcing her to always board bikes. In Ogbe, who had a meeting with the boy and other children of the artist, made a disclosure. She said, "By God's grace, I was in our beloved sister late house and I'm glad that he was actually arrested by the police. But what baffles me is the way and manner he has polluted the children's mind. I had a chat with the firstborn and almost started crying again. The boy told me the ordeal his mom has been going through with his dad, how he beat her up in a little argument. He said, until my dad pushed my mom out of the car at night after Wednesday service and bad boys snatched my mom's bag. That night, how my mom got home, I can't tell cause dad left her. People dashed my mom 2 cars. But dad at times will say my mom should take bike while we go in the car. Even when we are coming back from church, my mom will stand under the sun and we will drive past her and wave at her. My dad told us that beating women is good. I had to cut the conversation and told him it's very wrong to beat a woman and God is against it." It will be recalled that the popular Ekwueme singer Osinachi died after allegedly being in a coma for 5 days following the beating she received from her husband. Confirming that she was indeed murdered by her husband, Frank Edward recalled one of the times he had a conference call with her and her husband was jealous of her success. Nollywood actress Georgina Onoa has berated Pastor Becky Eneche, the wife of Pastor Paul Eneche, over the tweet condemning divorce in the wake of the death of Osinachi Nwachukwu, who was a member and choir lead at Dynamis International Gospel Center, founded by Paul Eneche. Many are attacking the singer's pastor for playing a role in her death. An old tweet of the clergy wife surfaced online where she condemned divorce. This has got many talking and they believe this is the reason Osinachi couldn't leave her husband. The co-senior pastor of Dynamis has stated that divorce is not an option at all as it has an adverse effect on the children which can affect them for the rest of their lives. She opined that majority of wayward children in society today are products of divorced home. Never make divorce an option at all. The stress you put your children through may affect them for the rest of their lives. Most wayward or rough children are product of divorced home. Shine your eye before you say I do. Jojo Onyewa, who didn't agree with her, took to the Instagram page to berate her. In a lengthy post on her Instagram page, tackled Pastor Becky's stance on divorce. Jojo pointed out how views like this is the reason why many men and women are dying in abusive relationships. She called on the medical license of the pastor to be revoked. She wrote, "And to think this woman, Dr. Becky Eneche, and her husband are clinicians, their medical license should be revoked. Sadly, Nigeria is a faith state where people who should be protecting lives according to the Hippocratic Oath are the ones putting lives at risk because they hold megaphone." Views like this are why many innocent women and men are dying in abusive relationships and marriages. This right here sickens my soul. The perversion of Christianity by the so-called women and men of God is scary. This woman right here should cover her face in shame. And you will still see people defending such theoretic. My dear Gina family, live to live. If a woman or man subjects you to emotional, physical, or psychological abuse, there is nothing godly about dying in abusive marriage or relationship. This is definitely not God's plan for marriage. Nobody needs to die to receive any reward from heaven. It's sickening how African culture has used religion to subjugate women since 1900.